Hi gang, Rob here. It is the afternoon of 23 October 2015 and I've got a knife from the Sharpening Bench for you guys today that, I just can't really say enough about how cool these knives are. This is an Thorburn large flipper. Just take a look at this thing. Beautiful 3D machined carbon fiber scales with some very cool milling over some light blue anodized titanium liners, a backspacer that I really can't tell, either G10 or carbon fiber. Wonderful, probably CNC file work, quote unquote, in those liners. Nice custom pivots, pivot screws. A very creatively done, just spring stock titanium pocket clip on a pretty cool little spacer, and very, very functional. It's got some character. I don't mind plain flat spring clips, to tell you the truth. I kind of like them because they work. Love the 3 holes drilled into the flipper tab. This is a ball bearing flipper, and I've been leaving it closed for a reason, because you just have to be paying attention when we get to this point of the video, because check this out. Wow. You guys know I'm not the biggest flipper dude in the world, but I have to tell you. And that's like no effort, guys. I mean, I'm just bearing down on this flipper tab in sort of a push button fashion as softly as I can till it breaks. And it just fires. I mean, did you hear it? Did you watch it? It's... Man. Mechanically, this knife is just amazing. Let's look at this blade. I've got a drop point 3 3/4 inch blade, fashioned of Bowler N690 steel, which I need to wipe. You guys know I just cannot abide fingerprints, especially on mirror polished surfaces on knife blades. Oh. Yeah, see, I'm still not there. I'm telling you. Man. So mirror polished flats, hand rubbed satin, flat grind, and a very creatively done flat grind. A big, long swedge also that has a hand-rubbed satin. The spine is a 90-degree flat spine, also hand-rubbed. And although this looks like sort of a swoopy, artistic grind, not at the expense of cutting performance. I want you to look at this edge. I sharpened this knife with traditional pocket knife geometry, 18 degrees per side, all the way to the edge. Why? Because the knife is 16 thousandths of an inch thick behind the edge. You heard right, 16 thousandths behind the edge, and that would be through this thinnest portion. It does thicken slightly as we come to the tip, but not overly so, just enough to make it a little bit strong. One thing I like about Andre's knives, and there's a lot of things to like about Andre's knives, is they're made to cut, man. Not only are they beautiful and unique, they are individually made custom knives from South Africa, but they are made to work. I mean, not only in their flipping action, but in their cutting performance. I mean, guys, Oh, you talk about a slicer. In this age, in 2015, of the, might we say, rapidly declining world of overbuilt folders, we have here a 5.4 ounce knife that has a 3 3/4 inch blade, made out of 4.5 millimeter stock, not thin stock. But when we get to the business end of this thing, the cutting edge, oh my. Oh, guys, I just can't tell you. I love Andre's design eye and his knowledge of what makes a knife a knife. You know, 5.4 ounces, you know, you might think that sounds a little heavy, but compare it to other custom knives that have 3 3/4 inch blades. Most of those are going to run between 6.5 and 9 ounces. And in hand, it's super light. Maybe that's because of its balance point. Actually, it's a little butt heavier than I thought. Let's see, I got to lay it. Yeah, the balance point is right in the peak between the first and second finger grooves. Let's talk about ergonomics. I've been bragging about how Andre likes to make a knife. That's a knife. Well, the saber grip is absolute perfection. The sort of narrow groove, flat top jimping is very effective, both on the liners and on the blade. In the overhand pinch grip, again, it's very good. The handle just lies beautifully in the fold of your hand. In the hammer grip, I'm getting my right hand, so I'm not going to tell you the wrong thing about the clip. It's very hand filling, very comfortable, no hot spots. The clip lies perfectly in the hand. In the draw cut grip, I've got a clip issue. The end of the clip is right on my middle finger. If I move my middle finger over a little, we're okay. How about in the reverse grip? It ought to be a tactical knife, shouldn't it? Now I've got the clip right between my middle and ring fingers, which isn't bad. But it's kind of in the wrong place. Of course, if you're a lefty, no issue. We've started to see some of Andre's stuff on Instagram and YouTube in the last couple of years, and thank goodness for social media, where we can find a custom knife maker from South Africa in Northeast Indiana and know who he is and what he does and appreciate his work. I just thought you would like to see this, guys, before I put it in a box and mail it back to my sharpening customer, Larry. Because it is a beautiful, beautiful thing. And these things are like under $700 for a custom knife that is really a knife. Oh, did I mention the flipping action? Oh, gosh. Ugh. That's all for this one, my friends. Grace to you and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. And remember, the Word and Larry's Thorburn are sharp.